entrance of Mikel Lyubarsky.
Exciting entrance, guys.
Now, the first thing I'm going to point out right away, almost as in the last bout, is the footwear. It's rare that you see a professional boxer coming in with a pair of tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, right.
And
did he lose his luggage before the fight?
It almost seems as if I just can't imagine what would go through a boxer's mind to come into a professional match in Las Vegas wearing what look like tennis sneakers.
That's usually to run, guys.
It's usually a first sign. You're right, Carlos, that he may be planning a run tonight.
Friday night, and what'd you do to prepare for this fight?
Well, I trained hard, ran, you know, everything that a boxer should do the right way, and you know, I had my manager trainer behind me, back me up, because you're gonna see a good knockout tonight.
Castle, Rodrigo Aguiar was an interesting case and study. He's getting a late start in professional boxing. 28 years old. Told us he turns 29 this Sunday.
That's right.
And he's got 4 professional fights. He did tell us already he's been around the game his whole life.
Yeah, his first 3 fights were here at the Orleans. He won 2 and he's lost 7. His last fight in Colorado this past June, he had a 3rd-round TKO over Sylvanus Morris, who was making his pro debut.
He got to be in the Orleans to win, porque aquí lo quiere la gente, a Rodrigo Aguiar.
The body stature.
Fighter here, yes.
He certainly is. At 161 pounds, he has 3 wins and 1 loss with 2 KOs. Correction from earlier, he had won 2 and lost 1 of his first 3 fights. And as we look at the tail of the tape, we see Mike Lyubarsky, as mentioned, 29 years old, out of Hollywood, California, 6'1", 154.5 pounds. Out of the blue corner, Rodrigo Aguiar, 28 years old, out of Las Vegas, 6'1", 161 pounds. So you see right away a 6 or 7 pound weight difference that Lyubarsky is sponsoring for
essentially,
Aguiar.
you got a junior middleweight against a middleweight here.
Super welterweight against middleweight.
And as we go to the official particulars, we send it up to Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we now bring you a 4-round middleweight bout. The 3 judges scoring will be Dwayne Ford, Ricardo Ocasio, and CJ Ross. Once again, our referee in charge is Robert Byrd. Introducing first, he will be fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black trunks with white lettering, and he weighed in at 154.5 pounds. His professional record stands at 3 victories with 7 defeats. He has 1 win by knockout. Originally from Kiev in the Ukraine, he now lives and fights out of Hollywood, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mike the Czar Lyubarsky. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black with silver trunks, and he weighed in at 161 pounds. His record stands at 3 victories with only 1 defeat, 2 wins by knockout. From right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Rodrigo, the Iceman Aguiar.
And as you see the heavily tattooed body of Rodrigo Aguiar as he makes his way to the center of the ring, and referee Robert Byrd going to give the instructions to both boxers.
Mark Lyubarsky, he says, don't blink, y dio las gracias por firmar la pelea porque dice que para él es muy importante, y he says he is back.
Veremos si está regresando o no. He's going to be tested, that's for sure.
Lyubarsky's fought as low as 148 pounds and as high as 161 pounds, comes in right in the middle today at 154, so I guess that would be his average weight as a professional.
Aguiar, by the way, let us know he has seen his opponent fight and is well acquainted with his style, so did not feel like his opponent posed any kind of threat or problem for him whatsoever. Felt that this guy was made for him, guys. We'll see if this is true or not.
There's a strong overhand right by Aguiar as Lyubarsky.
Who got the advantage, Tasso?
Who has the advantage?
In weight?
Oh, the advantage in weight goes to Rodrigo Aguiar, who came in today at 161 pounds versus 154 pounds for Lyubarsky. May even see some redness out of the nose of Lyubarsky already from that first right hand by Aguiar. Aguiar looking very determined, and there's a 1-2 combination by Lyubarsky, partially deflected, and now he throws a couple of wild shots as Aguiar comes forward with a lunge of his own.
Parece que Aguiar tiene la gran ventaja y los golpes más duros.
Castle, Jaime mentioned earlier that Aguiar is pretty popular here with the crowd at the Orleans. Aguiar mentioned today that he really feeds off the crowd. He's very conscious of them while he fights. He feels he's encouraged when they cheer for him, and he's also kind of encouraged when they boo him also to perhaps step it up. So
that's right, and now you see Lyubarsky, hands up high. He's trying to lure Aguiar in. Aguiar with a lunging left, blocked by Lyubarsky, and Aguiar, the aggressor here for most of the first round, comes forward with a right hand, scores to the head of Lyubarsky, and referee Robert Byrd separates him as Lyubarsky turns his back and walks away from Aguiar.
He had Aguiar in a headlock that looked like something out of Vince McMahon, and I think the referee didn't appreciate that.
Pues la ventaja del peso creo que está siendo evidente en Aguiar, que parece que está teniendo una mejor noche que Lyubarsky, ¿verdad?
Aguiar is just sitting down on his punches. He's originally from Norwalk, California, although he fights out of Vegas now, but he's sitting down on his punches, and he does not fear his opponent's power. He told us, and feels like he can walk right through him. That's exactly what he's trying to do right now.
Por eso le dicen the Iceman.
Robert Byrd is going to offer some quick words of caution to Rodrigo Aguiar as Aguiar comes through with some wild left and right to the head, partially blocked by Lyubarsky. And there's a wild uppercut by Aguiar, deflects off the chin of Lyubarsky, and
parece que Lyubarsky sabe usar bien la cabeza y parece que le da un cabezazo en la nariz a Aguiar, que está sangrando. He got blood in his nose.
Yeah, and there's a vicious right hand by Aguiar which scores to the head, and there's another lunging right, and Aguiar really looks like he's going to start to pull away here as round one comes to a close. We may already have a cut, perhaps, under the left eye. No, that's not a cut. It looks just like a crease, although it may turn into one. There is some blood, perhaps, around the right, or is that just some reddening? Something around the neck and shoulder area of Mikel Lyubarsky.
That's from Aguiar nose.
Hey, Lyubarsky, I'm going to tell you, has a very frustrating style, to say the least, right? I mean, he throws his head at him. He put him in a headlock at one point. He does a lot of things that could really frustrate an opponent. Things that Aguiar is going to have to fight through if he wants to get a knockout tonight.
Yeah, and Aguiar now with his legs stretched out wide. Looks like he's really making the most of his time here in the corner. Whereas, contrast, and as we see now, referee Robert Byrd summoning both boxers. The minute is up, and it is time for the boxers to resume their craft. And Rodrigo Aguiar seems ready to go. The Iceman cometh, they say.
Yeah, you can ask Lyubarsky if this is the case or not right now. The Tsar, I mean, you know, the Tsar, we all know what happened. It crumbled, and we'll see the Tsar crumbles as well.
And there's that right hand by Aguiar, that stinging right hand, although Lyubarsky seems to do a good job bouncing back from those stiff rights by Aguiar. Aguiar seeming to show some patience, looking for that big combination that he could land, and there's a strong right hand, and that's going to cause Lyubarsky to hold on for dear life.
This fight looks a lot like the last fight, guys.
It really does.
Oh.
And down goes Lyubarsky.
El estilo de Lyubarsky no se mira muy bien, es como esos que ni peleas, no luces ni dejas lucir al que estás peleando.
Definitivamente no deja lucir.
And now Lyubarsky loading up. He senses the desperation. He knows he needs to get a knockout if he's going to stand a chance of making it out of this fight, and that's what he's looking for. Aguiar going to exhibit some good patience, I believe. And there goes Lyubarsky down to the mat for a second time this round.
He told us it'd be different this time, and I'll tell you what, you can't question his determination. That's for
yeah,
sure.
well, here's what's different. He made it out of the first round, Carlos, and now as he takes a knee for the second time in the second round, Robert Byrd probably asking him if he wants to continue, telling him, and it's over. It's exactly what he asked him, and he did not get a positive response, and that is it. Rodrigo Aguiar finishing this in decisive fashion with 2 knockdowns and another TKO in the second round. for Rodrigo
And
Aguiar.
I forgot to tell you guys that I put you in the Prensa Latina. Your photo is right there in this week's La Prensa Latina.
Oh,
I
very.
had to give you one of those papers. That's
Please,
your pictures.
please do, because I know Carlos and I were just talking how we don't get enough publicity out here in Las Vegas. Crown Boxing putting on a wonderful show. We'd love to see our names up in lights as well. And
Of course, the name is later. Your photo, you mention it first.
wonderful.
We definitely want to know, and certainly to our Latin fans, nuestros hermanos latinos, especialmente that always support boxing. We're going to look at this knockout, guys.
Yeah, let's take a look at this exactly.
What do you hear, Castle, if they give us a second look?
Well, as we see both boxers sort of tied up, you see Lyubarsky had Aguiar's right hand locked up in his left arm, but it was enough space between the two boxers for Aguiar to let that left hand go, and when he did, he put Lyubarsky down on the apron for the second time.
Lyubarsky didn't want to fight no more since the beginning.
We're going to get another look here, Castle. Let's see what this angle tells us.
Yep, there's that left hand by Aguiar digging to the chin of Lyubarsky, and there's another one followed by a right to the head. And here you see as Lyubarsky holds the right arm of Aguiar, Aguiar lets that left hand go, and Lyubarsky not keeping his right hand up high enough to prevent any sort of damage.
And Aguiar almost made the mistake. He almost hit him right there. He was in the floor.
All right, we saw that already in one fight. Cost somebody a point.
And it looks like we're getting ready to go to our official particulars now with
Ladies
Jason
and gentlemen,
Terres.
referee Robert Bird stops this bout at 1 minute 34 seconds of the second round. The winner by TKO victory from Las Vegas, Nevada, Rodrigo, the Iceman Aguiar.
And there you have it, guys. Rodrigo Aguiar, Carlos, another impressive showing by Aguiar. It seems that he does his best work here at the Orleans Hotel and Casino when Frank Luca's Crown Boxing puts on a show and Action Ranch produces it. It seems like the Iceman cometh indeed.
Well, they mentioned that he's a popular one here, and you're seeing now the crowd react to him. So we're going to go to Mike here in a moment for his interview. But you saw the crowd reaction. Again, another local favorite here, making a name.
Muy pronto va a pelear con el popular Danny Orr también, ¿verdad? Están en el mismo peso.
Could be something they're building up to, indeed. I mean, you may have a point. We'll see what he said.
Yeah, you did a great job. Took him down in second round there. How'd everything work for you? What do you think?
You didn't feel like a tough opponent. I mean, the record says it all, you know. I know I took my time. I know I was gonna get the job done, so I got it done.
We think you did a great job, man. You were throwing some hard hits. I saw the blood flying. Good times, man. How do you feel about that?
Oh, well, I'm just glad I got the job done. I can go home and rest now. So I'm happy.
Excellent. Let me get you to do a station ID for the camera. Do a little pose. Tell us who you are.
Rodrigo the Iceman Aguiar. We're ActionRanch.com and Crown Boxing. Thank you.
Give a round of applause for Rodrigo.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. The third bout of the evening. We've reached the halfway point, and it's only going to get better from here. We have an exciting 3 bouts. Any one of these coming up, Carlos and Jaime, could be the main event. Johnny the Cobra Taunton versus Oscar the Wonder Boy Marin. We got Franklin Lawrence and Willie Chapman. Rounded off with Donnie Boy Orr and Jamal the Truth Davis. Which is the main event to you, Carlos?
That's a very good question. What is the main event? I'll tell you what, the following fight might be the fight that really steals the show. Let's get an interview here with